Hello everyone, this is Firetoad coming to you today with a short tutorial about one of my favorite heroes in Heroes of the Storm, the game Heroes of the Storm, and that is Garrosh. So Garrosh is one of these characters that is difficult but easy to play. What do I mean by that? So if you look at Garrosh according to the Heroes of the Storm terms, it says he is a tank and the difficulty rating is hard. So supposedly he's hard to play. But he's actually not that hard to play. He's very tough. He's very resilient. And he has some really interesting and powerful abilities that make him very hard to kill. Arguably one of the most, if not the most difficult to kill characters in the game. And the ability that he has that most people have the most difficult time mastering is his throw, which is actually the wrecking ball ability. And I am in try mode now. If you've never used try mode, I strongly recommend it. If you go to your collection and you look through, you can look through all your heroes, you can look through the ones you owned or don't own, and you can pick out a particular hero and you can use try mode and you can experiment with that hero. And I strongly recommend this as an avenue to get better with heroes that maybe you need practice with. It's a sandbox environment, which means you can change parameters like your level, you can fulfill quests. You'll see in a second. So I'm going to look at Garrosh and I'm going to show you all what I wish someone had shown me when I started playing Garrosh, because we all know that the wrecking ball, the ability to throw an enemy, is very powerful. You can use it to throw an enemy behind your own team, and this is often something that gets a kill. It secures a kill immediately for your team. It's very powerful, but how exactly to do it? And I did not understand this until eventually I figured it out and did. And when I was playing Garrosh, one of the first times I was playing Garrosh, I actually had a crew with me, and I was literally asking them, how do I do this throw? I couldn't figure it out, and I'm going to show you why in a second, and no one could tell me, no one could say this is exactly how you do it. So I'm going to show you right now how to do it. Bear with me. So I'm going to use the try feature here to bring myself into a try mode game. So in this game, this try mode, you can set all of the parameters you want. You can set your level, you can reset your talents, complete quests, toggle cooldowns, minions. You can select an allied hero. There's one by default selected for you every time. I always choose none. I don't want an allied hero. So we're going to look at again, strongest ability that Garrosh has, which is this one as your E. It's Wrecking Ball. Costs 60 mana. You throw a nearby enemy hero, minion, or mercenary. Keep in mind, you can't throw beetles and summonses and things like that. The Hydralisk, for example, that Zagara summons, can't throw them. So you do 95 damage. It's not a lot, but it's at least some. But more importantly, it slows the enemies near the impact by 30% for 2.5 seconds. That's a pretty decent exchange. And because I have my cursor over the ability right now, you can see what I call the reticle, the circles of where exactly these things apply. And you notice the outermost circle, that is the circle that is the farthest point you will throw the enemy when you activate this ability. You have two circles close to you. The closest one in with the hard yellow circle is if any enemy hero is within that circle, they will be the primary target of your throw every time. And the one slightly beyond that, that's the weaker yellow line, if there are enemies that are heroes and minions and or mercenaries, your character will always prioritize the minions and the mercenaries over the hero unless you get close to that hero. That's what that means. And that is the one sort of weakness or drawback of this particular ability, is that if you are trying not to be thrown by Garrosh, you want to make sure there's a minion or a mercenary somewhere near you, because he will target them over you unless he's right on top of you. That's what that inner circle is. If you're within that inner circle, he will target you. He will throw you, and it won't matter how many mercenaries and minions are around you. He will target you. Outside that, the target goes to the minions and the mercenaries, and I'm going to demonstrate this in a moment. So people are always concerned with, how do I get my throw target to go where I want? You point with your mouse. I'm going to take my mouse off of the E right now. You see the E illuminated. I have the mouse pointing to it. Wrecking Ball is highlighted and gives you the stats of the ability. If I remove it, the reticle disappears. That is the reticle that shows you the parameters. If I move the mouse pointer outside that, it no longer shows that. Because the E is set to quick cast, you can't push the key and have it show you that reticle. The only way to see the reticle is to point to it like this. And so when an enemy comes, and there's Arthas, my enemy, in front of me, you're going to see a little symbol appear on him. That symbol right there. See that red symbol? That symbol tells you that he is the target of your throw. When you activate the throw, that will be the target. The second half is what happens to the target. The target gets thrown to wherever you have your mouse pointing. So you see my pointer here onto this tower. Wherever I point my mouse is where the target is going to be thrown when I throw them. You throw by activating your E. So right now, if I go forward, you're going to see the symbol appear on the minions here. See the little red symbol? But see, as soon as he comes in close to me, he has the red symbol. And where I want him right by that fountain, I click the E key, and he gets thrown to that location. That's how it's done. We're going to do it again. So Arthas will be back in a second. Quickly now, you see that blue symbol on the minion in front of me. The blue symbol is the flip side of the coin. It's what's called Into the Fray. You throw an ally. You activate it to throw a nearby ally, and you grant them 20 armor for 3 seconds, and it deals damage, 95 damage, nearby enemies that impact and slows them by 30% for 2.5 seconds. And while in flight, allied heroes are unstoppable. So it's the flip side of the coin to the Wrecking Ball. So the Wrecking Ball throws an enemy, the Into the Fray throws an ally. The target has the symbol on them. See the symbol on him? If I point behind me like this and I hit the E, it throws him behind me. That's what you want to do. That is most of the time what you see Garrosh doing that makes the enemy team so angry. So you see the little symbol right here. Again, this is the target of my Into the Fray. You see the symbol on Arthas now. He is now the target of the Wrecking Ball. And if I were to push the key, he would be thrown to the location I'm pointing to. This can be useful to throw allies in front of you like this. And you can throw enemies away as well, like this. It's all about where your mouse pointer is pointing when you hit the key. So we'll do it again. So I get a little horde of mercenaries in front of me. Arthas goes right back behind us like that.
A killing blow.
So you point where you want to have them go, and then push the button. That is how it's done. So you guys all see the symbol right there. There's the symbol on Arthas. I go on my E, and I point it here, and I hit E, and he throws behind me, just like that.
I thirst for battle.
And that's how it's done. I hope that helps all of you who are trying to master Garrosh. That's just one layer of Garrosh. There's other layers to him, but this is how you complete that throw. Your target is designated for you. When you see your target, you can choose to throw that target by activating that ability using the key, the E or the 1, and that is the target that gets thrown to the location you're pointing at. So I hope that helps you all. This is Firetoad signing out for this time. Good luck and good games.